Hello everyone, this is Hunter at Vapor Honing Technologies. Today we're going to be discussing what you can add to your weekend warriors. So we get this question a lot. A lot of customers want to know what options we have to add to this machine. So we're going to go over them today. Option number one is going to be a turntable. So this is a very good add-on to have if you have heavy parts for your cabinet to blast. So basically you can put it in, you can take it out whenever you want to. It doesn't have to be like permanently fixated in there. So if it's something you need later on down the line too, you can add it then as well. But that's basically going to work in the style of a Lazy Susan. You can put your part on it, rotate your part and blast. It helps especially with heavy parts so you don't have to move them around with your hands. Just makes it super effortless and easy. If you do get a turntable, I always recommend the blasting mat. This is a really good add-on to have to prevent metal on metal contact and any scratching that may take place. You also have the stainless steel floor supports. So this machine is going to support about 150 pounds, 100 to 150 pounds. Your turntable can be kind of heavy. So usually whenever a customer wants to purchase a turntable, we recommend the floor supports with it so that you have some extra holding capacity. It'll put you up to around 200 to 300 pounds of holding capacity. Once you get those floor supports, they just sit across the floor underneath it as kind of a brace because you have a lip on either side of the cabinet that those slide into. Some other add-ons, the most popular one is going to be your caster set. So this is a locking caster set. In the bottom of the stand here, there's 4 pre-drilled holes. They're super simple to install, but just a simple 3-inch locking caster. Super good for mobility with the machine. So if you need to roll it around and take it somewhere to clean it, it's much easier than trying to lift it or slide it or keep it on a bulky pallet in your shop. So the final 2 add-on features we're going to discuss is the closed loop and the gun mount. We'll start with the gun mount. The gun mount basically sits right here, and what that's going to do is it's actually going to hold your gun in place. This is really good if you have smaller pieces that you need to hold on to with both hands so you don't let them go in the cabinet and risk dropping it through the floor to the bottom. It's actually going to hold the gun in a stationary position. You can hold the piece with both hands and you can blast it. So super great if you have smaller parts that you need to blast in your cabinet. You also have the closed loop systems. So there are a couple different versions of closed loop, but we'll start with what closed loop is. That's another huge question that we get a lot of the time. Closed loop is going to make your machine fully self-contained. So with the machine, if you get it open loop, what that's going to require is a water source. So basically just a simple garden hose, and you'll have a fitting on the back of your machine to hook into the water hose, and you'll need a drain source. So 5-gallon bucket, floor drain, anything that can catch water can be used as a drain source there in that scenario. But what the closed loop does is it mitigates the needs for both of those things. It makes the machine fully self-contained. You're able to run it with just the basins. The basins will act as your drain, but also your resupply to the machine for the window rinse and the internal rinse down nozzle. Now, the version we have right here is the standard closed loop. This is more of a sedimentation style tank. So this top basin here, when this overflow drains, that's where all of your contaminants that come off of the parts that float on water, that flow out of the machine, are going to settle. There is a drop valve in the middle of this basin that goes down to the bottom basin, and that is going to act as your resupply to go back to your window rinse and your internal rinse down nozzle. Now, if you guys are blasting a bunch of stuff off your pieces, we do have what's called a upgraded 2-stage filtration system. This is more of a natural filter system. So you're gonna have filter paper that stretches across the entire basin that catches those contaminants, but lets the water drain through. So that's the main difference there. It's just gonna provide more of your natural filter for the machine instead of just a sediment style like this system is set up to be. We do have other machines as well that have more upgradability to them. So if we walk down here, this is gonna be our VH800FL. This machine, obviously you can see on the front, there's more attachments. You have the precision air regulator, you have the wiper on this machine, And inside you have 2 LED strip lights, so they're 2 feet long instead of 1 LED floodlight. So it's a little bit more upgradable, but you also have some more flexibility in what you can add on. For example, you can add a heater to this machine. Now we'll make it 220 single phase, but that's good for cutting through oils, greases, things like that at a faster pace than what room temperature water does. But for more upgradability, you may want to consider something like this. If you have any questions, please give us a call. Our number here is 828-202-5563, and my number, you can call or text at any time, 828-220-5012. Thanks, have a great day.